World leaders have expressed shock and anger at an Israeli airstrike that killed 7 aid workers in the central Gaza Strip and have now restated their call for an immediate ceasefire. That is. The U.S.-based humanitarian organization World Central Kitchen on Tuesday confirmed that its staff were killed in a targeted attack carried out by the Israeli military. Those killed were from Palestine, Australia, Poland, the United Kingdom, the United States, and Canada. World leaders echoed the NGO's anger as Israel's onslaught on Gaza continues to worsen its global image. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said Washington has urged Israel to carry out a swift, thorough, and impartial investigation. During his visit to Paris, he also urged aid worker protection, saying, quote, "We shouldn't have a situation where people who are simply trying to help their fellow human beings are themselves at grave risk." Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese confirmed one of the killed and workers was Australian Zumi Francom. Speaking at a news conference in Brisbane, Albanese said Francom's death was completely unacceptable and beyond any reasonable circumstances. UK Foreign Minister David Cameron also described the killing as deeply depressing, calling on Israel to investigate and provide an explanation. And hours after the aid worker's death, Britain summoned the Israeli ambassador. Further, Poland's Ministry of Foreign Affairs expressed condolences to the family of its citizen who was killed in a post on X. It added that objections to disregard for international humanitarian law and the protection of civilians, including humanitarian workers. Spain's Minister of Foreign Affairs said he was horrified by the death of the aid workers and demanded an immediate ceasefire and entry of humanitarian aid. A Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez also urged Israel to clarify circumstances of airstrikes on aid workers. Following the attack, the Israeli military said that its investigations to understand all the circumstances of the incident is underway and that it makes extensive efforts to enable the safe delivery of humanitarian aid. However, several hours later, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that the strike was unintended.
Unfortunately, in the last day, there was a tragic case of our forces unintentionally hitting innocent people in the Gaza Strip. This happens in wartime.
Seaborne aid for the population of Gaza is returning to Cyprus. International agencies said Monday's attack was a serious setback in attempts to expedite aid into Gaza, where many are on the verge of famine. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.